I don't feel like eating anything today, so we're just going to sit and chat while I don't know, vape and water myself. I brought some snacks over, Milky Way cookie dough, the birthday cake Kit Kat. I was thinking maybe we'll eat one during our little discussion here. The weeks have just caught up to me. I've had a hellish 2 weeks, and I have had, hands down, the most amazing friends who have reached out to us and helped us in every imaginable way, monetarily, emotionally, spiritually, offering, help in any way that the people could provide help. Those of you who don't know, my wife was in an accident. She was fine, but it was pretty bad. The car got totaled. We have since gotten a new car. Thankfully, this has been a nightmare too. I got the check. It took them about a week to get me the check. And then I deposited it last week. But of course, with the holidays and everything, it's been nuts. So I had to put $dollars on a credit card for a down payment. And I'm desperately waiting for that check to come in so that I can pay that off, because I don't like having debt over my head. It sucks. It keeps you up at night. Lately, though, I try, when I find myself 2, 3, 4 in the morning waking up and starting to stress over little things, dentist appointment coming up, money that we owe, the house, the flood, the car, everything that starts to build up like that, I just kind of move into dude mode. And I'm like, you know what? There's not a goddamn thing in the world at this very moment you can do about it. All you're doing is causing stress on your heart, and there's no point. So that's my thought on that. But morning comes around, and you have to just deal with things one at a time, I think. Otherwise, you drive yourself crazy. I mean, I feel like I do drive myself crazy. I feel like I'm probably a little nuts. Probably a little, somewhere in here, something is snapped, and it ain't coming back again. Not in a bad way, just in a little weird way, Memory loss. I can't remember shit. Well, most of my life I can't remember shit. Is that the same with you? I mean, some people talk about, specific events when they're like 3 or 4 years old, going to do this, that, and the other. And I'm like, do you really remember that? Or is that just like a picture that you painted for yourself in your head? Because, I have that too. I have this scene where it's the Christmas I got, I think I was 6. No, it had to have been 7. Yeah, I was 7 years old, and I got the Atari 2600. And in my head, I see that scene painted out. But I guarantee you, that's not what the living room looked like, the way it was set up. It's how I envision it in my head. Or maybe not. Maybe I have an amazing memory, and I'm just, not having enough faith in myself or something. I get one of these episodes every now and again, one where I get to do nothing. You don't have to watch it. I'm literally just going to talk about whatever comes off the top of my head. We do have some interesting stuff coming up on the 7th. I think we're still doing it. I don't know. I got really uncomfortably drunk on New Year's Eve, to the point where I don't remember with some things that happened. That's never happened to me. I can't tell you I can't remember if it's ever happened to me before, but as far as I know, it has never happened to me before. And so we have these, there's a treat that I ordered. It's a treat for me. I thought it was going to be a treat for me, and it would be a punishment for Jess because she doesn't like sour things. And we were going to do another trivia or something. Corey's going to come on, and he's going to moderate it, and hopefully we'll have a fun episode on the 7th. I'll probably have it ready on the 8th for you guys to watch. But the thing that I got, I don't want to tell you because you'll find out when you watch the video. But apparently I busted into it. And I do remember that because I remember they were gross. And so if I'm eating one, you'll see. Just wait and see. It'll be great. You'll love it. My phone's going off. Okay. It's not a text. I don't care. Usually my phone will... This is not my phone. I don't know if you watched the last video. No, I think it was the last video. Yes, the one with the top 10s. I kept referring to... Something is another thing. An Oreo as like a Pringle, or a Pringle as an Oreo. I can't remember. It's right here, but it doesn't really matter. That's another thing I've noticed lately, too. I'll just keep going. My mother was infamous for that. Where all of a sudden she's calling Chick-fil-A Chick-a-Flick. I mean, she always called it Chick-a-Flick because I think she was lazy about, reading it. She was just like, Chick-a-Flick. Looks like, that's what it looks like. I don't know. Mom? She never answers. Bitch. Now, a lot of you guys know me well and know that I don't think that my mother is a bitch, just like I don't think all your mothers are bitches. But when you're hanging out with your friends and stuff, you know, it's always about your mom, your mother. But it's not really your mother. When I refer to my mother as a whore and a bitch, I'm not referring to Joanne Oliveira. I'm referring to this made-up mother that we all have that we make fun of. Like, you know, it's harder and harder as you get older. I want to call names out and be like, hey, your mother's... And then I'm like, oh, yeah, their mother's no longer with us either. It's a bummer. Like, it's less and less friends have family or their parents. A lot of them do, though. You know, it's weird. It's funny. It's I don't know, luck of the draw, I guess. My family doesn't live past 72. No, my grandfather lived past that, but he was nuts. He was a piece of shit in hindsight. But, you know, I mean, I don't care. That's nothing he ever did to me. He just was really shitty to my grandmother. And you gotta, I guess in a way that's where, you know, that whole forgiveness comes in. I don't talk about forgiveness enough at the end of you know, my spiel, but I think that needs to get in there somewhere. Forgiving yourself, forgiving, you know, the people around you that have wronged you. Because when you hold on to that shit, it just stays there with you. It's like, it's not affecting them. They're out living their life doing some bullshit. Probably doing it to somebody else. Maybe not. Maybe they turn on a leaf. I like to try to think that, you know, there's positive in people. I think Alexa's telling me it's time to go do the laundry. I have had so much laundry. Imagine not having water. All right, having a family of 4 with 4 cats and a dog, which, you know, hair gets on everything, especially I'm the man in black. I normally wear black all the time, or I try to wear as much black as possible. I like it. I don't know what it is. The last year or so, I've just really appreciated the color black on me. Okay, laundry. Now imagine not having... Well, I mean, I could go to laundromat if I'm a peasant, but I'm not going to go... I don't know. There's something weird about it to me. I lived next to a laundromat my whole life. We did our laundry there our whole lives. Well, my mother did. I never really went over there that much. I used to go over there and get candy and wait for the bus in the morning because it was warm and it smelled good. Oh, boy. I am getting off track again, and I am lost. Oh, we have a lot of laundry. Anyway, so I did 2 full loads yesterday. All the dishes, which literally took me an hour. It was like an hour. And then I decided, I'm like, well, I might as well dry them and put them away, and it'll look nice. I can clean the stove and clean the counters and get everything looking decent. And I got about 80% through that before I had to go do laundry again. And some of it's just, you know, towels that have been sitting there for a week, absorbed in water. Like a lot of things got thrown away, but anything that was really good or that I thought I could save, I had to put in the laundry. That's just how it works when your house gets flooded with 6 inches of water. It was nuts, but it reminded me of something else. I'll tell you the story. We're not going to eat anything today, and then I'll let you guys go. I hope you stuck around. I love these episodes. This is the Road to 40 style, and you know, getting closer and closer to the Road to 50, folks. I don't talk about it a lot, but there are plans in the works. I don't know what'll come of them, but we'll see. Anywho, okay, the story. 6 inches of water. When I lived in Mendon, Mass, 6 Elm Street was the address. It was the parsonage for the Baptist church, which was around the corner. If you didn't know, my dad was a Baptist minister. He served in World War II, had a honorable discharge after his boat was shot down. Actually, the funny thing is, right? No, I'm in the wrong room. I thought I was upstairs. I have his briefcase, and it's got his war journal, and maybe we'll read it together on here sometimes. There's a lot of Jesus-y shit in there, though, about keeping him safe and da-da-da-da. I lived in Mendon, Mass, and our basement flooded, and I remember going around in the pool, and I was little, because this is before I was 7. I think I had to have been about 4 or 5, maybe, and it was one of those just plastic shitty pools, small one for little kids, and I think my dad put a board in it or something to keep it level, and I was just going around in the basement. And I remember I saw a dead mouse in there once when there was no water. But I wonder if the water was what got it. Something's going to get us all. So stay away from this sugar, because something's going to get you. If it's going to be anything, it could be sugar. There is probably... I'm no doctor, but I can say that there's probably a 35% chance that sugar will kill you. Diabetes, heart disease, you know, just stay away from the sugar. There's a good chance it could kill you. There's a good chance, I mean, anything could kill you. There's probably 1 in 10,000 chance that you could be in don't want to talk about death and dying. That's a real bummer. I hate when it goes in that direction. I should have signed off by now. All right, I'm going to go do some laundry. Sometimes life, it throws you curveballs and you have to swing and miss and swing and miss until you finally hit it and knock it out of the park. Sometimes you hit somebody on the other side of the park and it kills them. That's a real bummer, too. So, either way, a whale is going to die. I'll be back before too long, so don't you guys get all upset. And if you guys are loving watching these as much as I'm loving making them, then you should consider liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing, and hit the little bell icon to let you know every time I put out a new video. Don't forget to make someone smile today and make yourself a better person tomorrow than you were today tomorrow. Let's make the world spin a little bit happier together. Let's sing and dance in the sun and in the rain. Oh, you know it's coming. Oh, yeah, Gene. You know when it's coming, don't ya? Yeah, dig it and freak out. Wow. Live life to the fullest and love every moment of it, because you just never know when that last moment's going to come for you. However, never live in fear of that moment. Always live in love. I went for the heart too soon, I know. Never let your inner child die. Oh. Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another, and take care of those around you who can't take care of themselves, for they are the ones that need it the most. I'm Jason Oliveira. This is the Vodkast. I'll catch you guys a little bit further on down the road. Take care, everybody. Scratched my glasses.